still standing strong and a symbol of Russia. They pour a special liquid in here. Some stations go 60, 70 meters below the ground. They're even built to withstand a nuclear bomb. We're the last passengers trapped down here, and we might meet killers or monsters in the tunnels ready to bite us. Today I'm in Moscow, the capital of Russia. We're in for a fun trip full of new friends and unexpected situations. And of course, we can't miss Russia's signature dishes while exploring this country's culture. The wildest part comes at the end of this clip, in an 18+ restaurant. Again, it's 18+, so if you're under 18, don't watch. Now let's visit Russia together. This video is over an hour long, and I spent a long time editing it, so make sure to watch till the end. Good morning everyone, I'm Khoai. Welcome to my channel KhoaiLangThang. I'm in a very special country. It is Moscow, Russia. Behind me is a sea of fresh green. I'm not sure if I should call this spring or summer since it's late May, almost going into June. In Vietnam, that's summer, but here it feels like early spring. Trees are sprouting new leaves. Wildflowers are blooming everywhere. And the air is lovely, though lovely might not be the right word. Look at me, I'm wearing 2 heat tech layers, a denim jacket and another coat. 4 layers total and I'm still cold. Midday temperature is about 4 to 5 degrees Celsius. At night it can drop to 1 to 2 degrees Celsius. Let's head over to that station, buy a ticket, and explore the capital of Russia today. We'll walk there. The metro and commuter rail network here is amazing. It covers the whole city and links with buses also, so when you come here you will hardly ever need your own car or a taxi. These are Russian delivery services. Along the street, you'll also see scooters that you can rent and drive around town. I'll wait here to cross. That's the station entrance over there. I'm not staying in downtown, but my place is right by a metro stop, so it's easy to get around. The subway system in Russia is so vast and fast that you don't have to stay near the central of the city. You can book a bigger room outside of the city, so it's more comfortable, and then just ride the train into the city when needed. One special thing: Russians rarely use the crosswalk lines. They just cross diagonally. The station doors in Russia are super solid. You have to push them hard. And there are 2 layers of doors. Here's another one. They're built like this to block the cold wind. We have to enter the security gate. For safety reason, they screen every entrance strictly. We have to walk through a metal detector, and your bag goes through a scanner too. When inside, we'll head to the service counter and buy a 3-day pass.
3 day.
3 days.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You can pay with cash or a card. This is a Russian bank card that my local friend lent me. In my 10 days here, I've found Russian staff in public services incredibly helpful and kind to tourists.
Goodbye.
Спасибо.
Now I can ride all metros and buses freely with this 3-day ticket. The pass activates right at the moment we buy and will be counted as a day after 24 hours starting from now. There are self-service machines, but this station is too empty, so they're out of order. In Russia's capital public spaces, you are allowed to film, but only with a phone. No professional cameras or big gear. They paint guidelines so people can stand in the right spot for boarding. This train is an overground line. Most Moscow metros run deep underground. Not just 10-20 meters deep like other cities. Some tunnels reach 70-80 meters deep underground. We have to press the button, or the door won't open. Let's go over here. Okay, let's sit down. This is the Moscow Central Circle. It was opened in 2016. Just under 10 years old, it's 54-kilometer long. This line seemed to be used to collect passengers because the metro map looks like a spiderweb with the lines going into the middle. And this line goes in a circle to collect passengers for easier transfers. It's designed to drive at 110 km per hour, but usually drives at 70 to 80 km per hour only. There's a special area for bikes, super handy for when you want to commute in the city. Please look out the window with me. We're passing the financial district of Moscow. They are all glass skyscrapers, ultra-modern. The capital of Russia, Moscow, has designated a separate area as a financial center. It is located far from the current city center because the central area is full of historic buildings that need to be preserved. By doing this, the landscape won't be destroyed. We'll hop off the circle line here, and together we will transfer to a line that goes straight into the central area. You don't have to use your card when you exit a station. The gates open automatically, so we just need to walk through. Now I'm switching from the elevated line to the deep metro. Why don't we need to tap the card to exit the station like other places? Because the fares are flat, they only charge one price per ride no matter the distance. Unlike Thailand, where shorter trip cost less than longer trip. Here every trip costs the same. As long as you walk into a station, that will be counted as one ride. That's why I recommend you guys should buy a day pass if you plan to explore a lot. A one-day pass wouldn't be cheap either, so get a 3-day or weekly pass, so the price for one ride would be really cheap. This pass works on buses too. Here they also have a special ticket, which lasts for 90 minutes only. This is for trips with 2 or 3 transfers that are under 90 minutes. Just tell the staff that you want to buy a 90 minutes ticket. They don't usually speak English here, but you can use your body language, or you just need to show them the number 90 on your phone, and they'll understand. And there it is, the deep metro entrance. These stations were built a very long time ago, so they look ornate and historic. But the circle line we just rode in was just built recently, so it looks very modern. It's so cute that you'll even find souvenir stands and plush toy kiosks right here. Some small souvenirs.
Hello.
These pigeons are so lazy. I thought they were chickens since all they do is walk. Fly, fly. Prove to me that you're actual birds. Fly. They're so lazy, and there's so many of them. A whole large pack in the park. Pigeons in cold countries usually fluff their feathers, which makes them look rounder than tropical pigeons back home. All right, let's head down before it gets too late. I'm starving. The way they scan passenger luggage here, it actually varies from station to station. Like this station, for example, I noticed that the equipment is older than the last one. You have to put your bag into a locker, then press a button to scan it. you'll see the whole bag show up on the screen. And for my bag, it's just full of camera equipment.
Спасибо. Bye-bye.
And now our journey underground begins. You'll see that the Moscow metro is super deep. Some stations go 60 or even 70 meters below ground. Really deep. So why are the subway stations in Russia built so deep, like 30, 40, even 60 meters underground? While in other countries they're usually just 10 or 20 meters. I'll give you 5 seconds to guess. No, actually, let's make it 15 seconds. So the first metro station in Moscow was opened in 1935. That means Russia's had a subway system for almost 90 years now. And by today it's spread all across the city. Here's the metro map. You'll see there are so many lines. It's super convenient for people to get around. Now to answer the question about why the metro is so deep. From many explanations, the first reason is the geology. To make the structure stable, they had to build it into clay layers deep underground. Those are the layers that can handle the weight and remain solid. That's why it's already very deep, because of the ground structure. The second reason is more political. Russia's history has always been quite tense, often in wartime. And that is the reason why building deep metro stations also served as bomb shelters for civilians if there are any war events. The platform doors and walls are built thick, so they can withstand bombings or explosions above ground. Those are the two main reasons that I learned about. This station we're at right now is just a normal one. Pretty basic lights and setup. But the next station we're going to is said to be one of the most beautiful in Russia, or even in the world. I think you'll be surprised. Look at these columns, they're massive.
Wow.
And this totally feels like something straight out of a horror movie. Imagine that we're the last passengers trapped down here, and we might meet killers or monsters in the tunnels, ready to bite us. It feels kind of dark and mysterious. The wind from the tunnel is cold too. Our train's arriving. There aren't any sign here to show you where to wait. You just kind of guess where to stand. The door opens automatically when the train arrives. You don't need to press any button.
Осторожно, двери закрываются. Следующее.
Wow, I just spot a really big dog.
Уступайте места инвалидам, пожилым людям, пассажирам с детьми и беременным женщинам.
Wow, he's huge. There's another dog here too.
Here in Russia, there are many different train cars, some new, some old. The one we're in right now is one of the older ones. There are no LED signs or screens showing which station is next. Sometimes there's a little screen near the door, but mostly it just shows ads. So if you don't pay attention, you won't know which station you're arriving at. The only way to know is to look out the window. They write the station name right on the wall outside. Feels just like when I rode the old metro lines in France. Same vibe. Right now in Russia, if you're walking outside, you'll see lots of people in uniform and police dogs around. We're here. First thing you'll notice is the lighting in the ceiling. And the pattern on top of these columns. It's very different. This station is called Komsomolskaya. At the top of each column, you'll see brass decorations typical of the Soviet era. Right in the center are the letters K and M, which stands for the Russian words that translate to Young Communist International. They engraved those letters there to honor the young volunteers who helped build the first metro line back in 1933. This was constructed in 1933. That's almost 100 years ago. One more interesting thing. In big Russian cities, they love using granite stone in public spaces. They use it for flooring, covering columns with it. Even giant construction in Russia use granite stone. Here's another pop quiz. Why do they do it? It's simple, because Russia has tons of granite mines. And granite is known for withstanding extreme temperatures. It's durable and beautiful. And if they have big granite mines, that made the price of granite in Russia cheaper than other countries. And people take advantage of its heat resistance and its durability and beauty. Because the temperature here can be super harsh. In winter, it can be very cold. It can go way below freezing. Granite can handle that kind of cold, so it lasts longer and looks nice. Plus, it's cheaper here than in other countries. That's why the Russians love using granite in construction. Now we're going down even deeper to the beautiful station. This spot we're standing at is already underground, but we're heading further down to see the really beautiful station.
Wow.
These support columns and underground walls. They're built to withstand nuclear bombs and massive shocks. We're at a major interchange station where two metro lines intersect, the Brown Line and the Red Line. This is also where you can transfer to trains going to other Russian cities or connect to other public transport. This is a very huge station. At the end of every escalator, there's always someone standing there to help in case anything goes wrong. There's a massive chandelier. And over here on the wall, you'll see a huge five-pointed star surrounded by a diamond-shaped border. That's the Order of Victory. This star is placed on top of weapons, red flags, laurel wreaths, and a black and orange ribbon. It symbolizes the Soviet Union's victory in World War II. Looks like it's painted on, but it's not. It's all made of real stone cut and arranged to form images and patterns. Let's move on. The chandelier back there was huge. Inside here are smaller chandeliers. The ventilation system here, they're made of bronze with designs. People said that this ventilation system is also made to filter out toxic gases. So if people ever have to hide in here during an emergency, they'll be safe. Now we're heading up. Wow, gosh! It feels like we are walking into a museum.
Wow.
So beautiful. Let me hold the camera. Look.
Ooh. Wow.
Beautiful. Seriously, I'm blown away. This is just the ceiling of a metro station. But it's designed with such amazing details. Lights, chandeliers, and carved reliefs.
Wow.
How beautiful is that? It looks like a museum or a royal palace. Can't believe this is a metro station. This is a literal underground palace. This station was completed in 1952. Its main theme is to honor all of the national heroes who has protected Russia. You'll see these mosaic panels on the ceiling. You have to step back a bit to really see them clearly. These mosaics were crafted with incredible detail. There are 8 different mosaic panels in this entire hall. Each one features a different national hero of Russia. As you walk through, just look up. Each panel is like a painting, but it's not actually painted. They're made by sticking on tiny individual pieces. And people say they were made with real gold, but I'm not sure about that. That's just something people have been passing around. Let's keep walking along this hallway. And this right here is the name of the station. Even the letters are sculpted and engraved. They didn't just write the name plainly. It's made of bronze and it has decorative patterns. Now it's officially time to eat. This station connects to many different metro lines, so it's super easy for me to hop on another train to get to today's restaurant. That place is very famous in Russia, known for its service, its authentic Russian dishes, and it's also famous for the unique story behind it. This train car is a bit more modern than the last one. It has LED lights to show which station the train is approaching. Sometimes on the same train line, you can encounter both old and new trains, because the metro system here is nearly 90 years old. So over time, there's a mix of old and new trains. Today, the weather's not great. It's raining like crazy and cold too. You'll see that the streets of Moscow are very orderly, very beautiful, and everything looks neat and well organized.
Hello. We have reservation on your website.
Please, reception.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah. I have reservation on your website.
Yeah. What's name?
Phương Dinh. I don't know. I will give you your email.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you please go down the stairs to take off your jackets in the locker room and come back here?
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you very much.
Thank you so much.
They have a cloakroom where you leave your coat. Wow, we even have to go down to the basement for it.
We already saw these things in the story.
Oh.
All right, let's check your coat. I don't have anything to check.
Đó, đây có.
How?
No.
No, Vietnamese.
Vietnamese, Việt Nam.
Vietnam?
Yeah.
Saigon, Ho Chi Minh?
Yeah, that's right.
Downstairs, there's a man who watches over everyone's belongings.
Let me, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one.
Okay, good.
Let me.
Yeah. Спасибо.
Вашему услугу.
He handed us a claim tag for our coat. Now we head back upstairs to get our table. Before sitting down, I stopped by the restroom just to look. It's gorgeous and really fancy. so I filmed it a little bit. Even the sink and the paper towel holder look beautiful. I have a feeling the food here is going to be pricey. Later, I'll tell you about the special history of this restaurant.
Oh, bên này. Yeah, thank you. Спасибо.
Здрасте. На Киру промыть?
Спасибо.
On the menu, most dishes run from 2,000 to 3,000 ruble. Some are in the 1,000 range. A few are much higher, like caviar at 15,000 ruble. Soups, salads, fruit and desserts are also listed. Main courses also sit around 2,000 to 3,000 ruble each. Desserts are roughly 1,000 to 2,000 ruble.
And hidden herring under the coat.
Okay.
Yeah. This is for 4 people. 4.
Yes, it's
big.
It's big. Yes.
Yeah, enough for 4.
Enough for 4. Yeah.
Wow, it's so much. Creme brulee with strawberries.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I want orange juice, no sugar.
1 orange juice
Okay.
without sugar. No sugar.
No, it's not with sugar. It's just fruit.
Yeah, just fruit.
Yes.
Yes. Спасибо.
К вашим услугам, благодарю вас.
We just ordered. I chose a traditional Russian baked pie, and I saw that the portion is huge. I did some research and I saw that the staff put on a little show when they serve it, and the filling looks amazing, so I had to try it. The problem is it's meant for 4 people. There are only 2 of us, so who knows if we'll finish it. The waitress said we can always pack up the leftovers. This place, I can't say it's like a museum, but it feels more like a library than a restaurant. Different rooms have different themes. Our corner looks like an old library. The design is quite antique, like it's from the 18th century. This area is like a library, with high windows letting in lots of natural light. The restaurant opened in 1999. Remember the 99 number. It's called Cafe Pushkin. There's a famous Russian writer, Pushkin, born in 1799. It was 200 years before this place was opened. Do you think that it might be named after this famous writer? That's partly true, but the real inspiration came from a song actually, because the owner heard of a French song. It's called Natalie. I don't know if I remember it correctly. That song was wrote in 1964, and in the lyrics a cafe place named Pouchkin in Moscow was mentioned. It was described very romantically, very beautiful.
On irait au café Pouchkin boire un chocolat.
A Russian entrepreneur loved that song, and it was the inspiration for him to open this place in 1999. So it isn't directly connected to the author. Still, he designed the space to evoke the era when Pushkin lived, the 18th century. That's why the architecture feels nostalgic.
Oh, thank you.
The nostalgia of the 18th century era. I don't drink alcohol, so they cleared away all the wine glasses. A bit embarrassing, but I'm sticking with fresh orange juice.
Спасибо.
This is fresh orange juice squeezed from fresh oranges. It's tart, slightly sweet, it excites the palate, and you can smell the zest.
Oh. Спасибо. This salad?
Yes, it's salad.
Very nice.
Herring under the coat.
Yeah.
This one is called herring under a fur coat. Looks fantastic. And the main dish, the most important one, the waitress is pouring sauce over it.
It's a fish bouillon.
Ah,
According to my research, the sauce is a stock made from salmon heads that get poured inside to enrich the filling.
wow.
Wow, it smells incredible. Salmon aroma mixed with fresh pastry.
Wow. Спасибо. Yes. Спасибо.
К вашим услугам, господа.
Yes.
Wow, the salmon smells really good. Actually, the pie isn't as big as I imagined. It costs about 60 USD and this portion usually feeds 4 people. I will show you the inside. Normally there would be a hole so you can pour the sauce inside. Also so you can see the ingredient inside. The crust is wheat pastry. Inside are fish. And egg. Russians love eggs. You can see bits of egg white wrapped inside. Today's pie isn't decorated as nicely as I expected. They shaped little fish on top. But not too detailed, so I'm a bit disappointed. The decoration is way too simple. Because this restaurant introduced that this is their signature dish. But to be honest, a lot of other restaurants in Russia can decorate this dish better. Or even home cooks. One often has more detail and is much prettier. But this one was decorated too simply. Even the fish on top is unclear. Pop quiz. Why do they decorate a fish on top of this pie? Because the filling usually contains fish inside, usually salmon or sturgeon. A pie like this costs over 1 million VND, yet the presentation doesn't wow me. Anyway, let's eat. We're supposed to dig in the salad first, but they serve the main course with the salad, so I'll focus on the hot dish before it cooled down. I will cut it gently so the filling doesn't spill. The white fish filling you see first is the sturgeon, one of the 2 classic choices for this pie. This slice doesn't have salmon, so I'll set it aside. Can you see how soft the crust is? Even though the crust looks firm, it's actually soft inside. Like Western pie dough. Since this crust is made from low-gluten wheat flour, the texture is not too hard like bread or pizza crust. It's softer, almost like mooncake pastry. Here we have salmon and a translucent strand. These translucent strands remind me of glass noodles, added for texture. There's onion and a rich creamy sauce. Russians often mix it in mayonnaise. The yellow bits on top are finely grated egg yolk. Got to make sure it sits properly. If it drop, I won't have anything to eat. A full piece of salmon in my mouth, so fatty. The creamy sauce is so rich that it overpowers the salmon flavor. They also added egg in here, but I barely taste it. You can see the sauce oozing out. Let me add a slice of smoked salmon from the topping. This is smoked salmon. It's really good. It's combined with dill. The salmon is rich and the saltiness is just right. This smoked salmon is really good, but the salmon filling inside is not too impressive for me. Maybe the dill and cream inside are too strong, so I prefer the salmon piece on top. I'll try a new bite. I'll cut the pie into a smaller piece and add a piece of smoked salmon. Add some dill and get everything in one fork. This bite includes every ingredient in this dish.
Wow.
The smoked salmon really made a difference in the dish. It cuts through the heaviness of the creamy filling. Salmon is a Russian specialty. Those videos that show bears catching salmon leaping upstream, those were mostly filmed in Russia. Sturgeon is the other classic fish for this pie, but the sturgeon here isn't great. The texture is mushy, like it's been frozen for too long. Exactly as I guessed, the texture is kind of crumbly. Not too much flavor. Okay, time for appetizers now. We'll set this aside.
Спасибо.
She's giving me a new dish for the appetizer. The staffs here are very professional and very kind.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
She even cut each portion in half for us to share.
Wow. It's beautiful. Спасибо.
Вашим услугам.
This dish is called herring under a fur coat. Here's the fur coat, this shiny red layer wrapped around the salted herring inside. Guess what gives it that vibrant red color? I'll give you 5 seconds.
Bread for you, Russian rye bread. This one is village, and this one French baguette. It's white.
This one.
This one.
Yeah. So,
And for you, sir?
The same.
The same?
yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is bread. So that red layer comes from a root vegetable that's super common in Russia. You'll see it in every supermarket here, which is beetroot. The white layer is probably made from egg, both the egg yolk and egg white. And that orange one? Definitely carrot, likely mixed with mashed potato. Altogether, they form a base layer of classic Russian salad. Then comes the salted herring. And finally, that red jelly-like top layer is made with beetroot juice. They extracted the red color from the beetroot to make it fancy, but you can also cut the beetroot right on top of the pie. Let me give it a try. Oh, it's so soft. The knife's just for show.
Why?
Gotta add a little green garnish for some spring vibes. All right, cheers everyone. It's a true appetizer. The beetroot is very fresh. It's paired with that salty herring. Then comes the richness from the egg and potato mash below.
Wow.
I didn't expect the beetroot to create such a bright and fresh flavor. Usually we eat beetroots in soups. Or you can toss it in a salad like the Western culture. Just boil it up, cut it into small little pieces and mix it with the salad. In those cases, it will taste a little bitter and slightly sweet when you eat it, but nothing too special. But when you make jelly with beetroot juice and put it on top of a cake, when you bite into the jelly part, it will melt in your mouth. And you can taste the beetroot flavor. And that freshness actually cuts into the fishiness of the herring. When you eat this beetroot jelly, it will be a bit cold. I think we can even name this dish beetroot salad. Topped it off with a few baby microgreens. Put it on the fork.
Спасибо.
There's a candle. And a dessert with a glass dome on top. Then she will...
Wow.
As you can see, there's a fire inside. Then she'll pour it on top.
Wow.
Let me slow that down for you guys. Because the liquid is a strong liquor, it ignites immediately. Then our server will pours it over the caramel dome. The caramel is supposed to melt and drip on the pyramid. But there was an accident. The caramel didn't drip on the pyramid, but just melted beside it on top of the strawberries. So this show kind of flopped. Let me explain why that's a problem. Because this is a kind of crème brûlée. The key feature of it is a melted caramel layer that covers the top. The strawberry crème brûlée in this restaurant is actually quite famous and one of this restaurant's specialties. But today we're kinda unlucky. It burned a giant hole in the top of the caramel dome right away, so it didn't drip on top of the pyramid, but melted on the side. We are supposed to break the caramel on top of the pyramid, then eat them together. But ours melted off to the sides. That's so unlucky. There was supposed to be a lot of caramel drips on top of this pyramid, just like this layer here, and then we break it like this, and then we scoop it with the pyramid. The texture is kinda jelly. Maybe they added gelatin. I can taste the crunchiness from that tiny bit of caramel. It's super rich and very sweet. But nothing too special. It just tastes like a very sweet, very rich caramel cake. And kinda gelatinous. I'll try it with a strawberry. I don't think the flavor is too balanced if you only eat the pyramid. The sourness from the strawberry balances out the sweetness of the pyramid in the middle. But if you're driving, skip this dish. It comes with strong liquor, and it's not even fully burned off yet. One bite and you'll probably fail a breathalyzer. This is for sure a strong liquor. I should borrow a lighter. And light the liquor up, then roast some dried squid on top just for fun. Turn it into a salty sweet combo. If you're coming here hoping for the absolute best Russian food, I think maybe you should try out other places as well. The foods, in my opinion, are just decent or above average. What you're really paying for here is the presentation, also for the shows to make it interesting, and the amazing interior as well. Sometimes they even host live music here. But again, speaking for myself, the food is average. You can get similar or better flavors at other restaurants in Russia. I didn't feel full after that meal, more like overwhelmed by all the rich dishes. Now we're heading back down to the metro to go to the Red Square. If the weather were better, I would have walked. But it's pouring today, so if I walk under the rain for 20 to 30 minutes, we would all be soaked. So we decided to use the metro. Since I already bought a 3-day metro pass, so it doesn't cost any extra money. Here's our station. Do you see these sloped tracks? Guess what they're for? They're for strollers, wheelchairs, or luggage. It will be easier for those things instead of using the stairs. Let's hurry. There's a huge surprise waiting for us at Red Square. I won't spoil it for now, so you'll be able to enjoy it with me when we get there. This surprise is just like winning the lottery ticket. Most tourists don't get to see this. I just happened to be in the right place at the right time today. It looks like we've hit rush hour, and the station is a bit more crowded. Even though there aren't many tourists in Russia these days, this train is still packed with people sitting and standing, shoulder to shoulder. This one is a new train. Now we're heading up a long staircase to get outside. Red Square is just a short walk from here. Wow, it's freezing. Not only is it cold, it's drizzling as well. This weather is probably the worst kind of weather that we could have. Earlier, I tried to act tough and I ditched my sweater. Now I have to hope this jacket will protect me from this rain, prevent me from getting wet and keep the cold away. Right ahead of us is Russia's iconic Red Square. On the right is Gum, a historic shopping center that's absolutely massive. One of the oldest shopping centers around. Let's go this way first. It's cold, probably around 3 or 4 degrees Celsius, and it's drizzling. I'm fully soaked. You see that red brick building right in front of us? That's the State Historical Museum of Russia. You can purchase tickets to go inside. They let you take casual photos with your phone, but no professional cameras or filming equipment. Wait, why is it fenced off? They're not letting anyone in. Today is not a good day. Usually, Red Square is absolutely stunning at night, or lit up, and everyone strolls down this grand avenue. Let me tell you how long it took me to get here from Vietnam. With 2 layovers, transit for 6 hours and over 20 hours of flying time. That's nearly 27 hours just to reach Russia. Then we came all the way from the airport to Red Square, only to discover it was closed, and we can only view it from a distance. I think Russia has been quite sensitive recently while organizing the 80th victory anniversary celebration. So they've limited access to important public spaces for security purposes. So visitors can only snap some photos while standing here and then move on.
It's closed. Open tomorrow.
She just told me it'll stay closed until May 19th.
Спасибо.
19th of May? What day is it today?
We'll leave on the 15th, and today is the 12th.
So it's closing for a full week. KhoaiLangThang is an excellent traveler. We go to visit a place just as they were closing it for a whole week. Zoom in a bit so we can see it better when we watch this on the computer later. Why? Why won't they let us in? This is a massive square and we can walk way deep inside. And it's surrounded by some of Russia's most famous landmarks. I have an idea. I'm going to walk through the Gum shopping mall to the other side to see if we can get another view. It's raining hard. We need to go through the security check first. This is a door style commonly found in countries with cold climates. This type of door is designed to prevent heat from escaping these shopping malls or other buildings when the door gets open. But do you notice how empty it is in here? In the past, to visit Red Square and see the surrounding attractions, you had to wait in line for a very long time, 1 to 2 hours. But nowadays, due to political tensions and the current conflict, Western tourists have stopped visiting Russia. That's why it's so quiet now. Even luxury brands from Europe and America are also boycotted by many Russians now, so sales aren't as good as they were before. As you can see, inside Gum, you'll notice rows of shops styled like old street markets. The Gum shopping center was completed in the late 1800s. In the late 18th century, originally, it was known as a luxury shopping destination for the wealthy that sold high-quality items. It has a very signature dome roof, as you can see. It has a very iconic dome roof, as you can see, with many stores selling luxury goods. But between the 1930s and 1950s, as I remember, the government actually converted parts of it into communal housing. Eventually, it was restored to its original function as a luxury shopping center, as you can see today. Inside here, there are many luxury stores, lots of designer boutiques and places selling clothing. And there's a delicious signature treat here. Can you guess what it is? You might have seen it already when I was at the entrance. Every doorway has a cart selling this iconic treat. It starts with the letter I. It's cold, rich, creamy, and fragrant. And the answer is Gum's iconic treat, ice cream. Let's go find some ice cream to eat.
One vanilla. Yeah.
She's getting one ice cream from me. I ordered vanilla.
Spasibo. Yeah.
The ice cream looks adorable. The bottom of this cone is flat. It's pre-scooped and kept in the freezer like this. So the vendor just gives you this when you buy it. No need to scoop a fresh one. Uh-oh, rain is coming through right here, Sue. There's a leak here. Let's step aside or we'll get wet. I will take the first bite now. I'll eat this first, and Sue will buy another one later, otherwise it will melt. It's soft with a creamy milk flavor. There's a gentle vanilla hint combined with cow's milk fragrance, with the milk smell strongly outweighing the vanilla. There's a hollow space inside. I wonder if other ones are also like this. This ice cream is not too sweet, just rich and soft. Once I purchased the first one to kick off the day, her shop started getting 1, 2, 3, 4 customers lining up for ice cream. That's so good. I was the first ice cream customer in Hong Kong and helped kick off their sales successfully. And now I've done the same in Russia. Turns out Sue's ice cream has no hollow pocket. I got ripped off. The doors spin by themselves when someone approaches, but normally they don't move. I've walked to the other side of Gum. Now I'll turn right to see this side of Red Square. They've fenced off the entire area. So the Red Square is here. The front facade of Gum sits right against Red Square. Since the opposite side is blocked, the tip is to walk through the mall and pop out on this way to see the other side of Red Square. This area is also fenced off just like the other side. The most iconic symbols of Russia are right before us, but we can't get any nearer to them. Though we can't go inside Red Square, I'll stand here next to the fence and provide a quick overview. This place is called Red Square. Some people think the name comes from the red color of the Kremlin wall. However, that's a misconception. But after doing my research, the word for red is a homophone of the word for beautiful in Old Russian. This is the famous Red Kremlin wall. Over there is a special cathedral that looks like a bunch of small onions. As you can see, this cathedral has 9 pointed onion-shaped domes linked together by small corridors. The cathedral's name is St. Basil's Cathedral. I didn't pronounce it correctly. The proper pronunciation is
Vasily.
This cathedral is named after a holy fool. The construction began in 1555 and finished in 1561. During that time, a chapel with a pointed roof was later added next to the cathedral. And that's the burial site of St. Basil the Blessed, the Holy Fool. From then on, the locals started referring to the cathedral by his name. And this stands as a historical witness to Red Square's past. Why is it a historical witness? Since it was built in 1555, it has stood for nearly 500 years. It has witnessed the entire history of this place. And it also has survived countless threats. The information is for reference only. As I recall, I once read somewhere that around the time... What year was it again? In the year 1812, when Napoleon invaded Russia. During his occupation, Napoleon converted this place into a horse barn, and it also has survived the Great Fire in Moscow at that time. It stood strong. After Napoleon retreated back to Paris, when he got back, he felt impressed. He was so impressed by the architecture that he wanted to take it back to Paris. But since it was impossible to move this building to Paris at that time, so he made a decision. Napoleon decided to plant bombs and blow up the entire area. This is a legend, or a tale, guys. So I'm retelling the story based on what I've found out. According to my research, the legend says that after the bombs were set, a sudden downpour extinguished all the fuses, causing the explosion to fail. So this cathedral stood strong and survived that incident. About a century later, at one point, during city replanning, officials even proposed demolishing the cathedral to create more open space in Red Square. Luckily, the decision-maker insisted on preserving this special building, so it escaped destruction yet again. But it came very close to being demolished again, though. Through many historical ups and downs from 1555 until now, it still stands strong and has become a symbol of Russia. It's just a small building, but with its unique architecture and vibrant colors. It still stands firmly at the far end of Red Square. One day when the square reopens and the sun is shining, I'll come back and stroll around every landmark here. To see all of the buildings here. Now let's head to a very special dinner spot together. This place might surprise you since it's different from what we've always thought about Russians. It's a wild and rebellious restaurant, and definitely not for anyone under 18. Good evening, everyone. After 2 metro rides, I've arrived at our dinner venue. This is a very special restaurant. Inside, you'll find needles, handcuffs, psychiatrists, and circus clowns. Basically every brand of crazy humor in this world, all rolled into one restaurant. To my left, you will see a very colorful store, very bright, and has a lot of LED light. There's pink, green, yellow, red, orange light.
Hi.
Бронировали?
I'm sorry? I cannot understand.
Резерв?
Dinner.
Вдвоем?
2, yes. This one.
Присаживайтесь сюда.
Спасибо. Ở đây hai xu. Yes. Oh. Hi.
Nice.
Yeah.
How much person?
Sorry.
Person?
Yes, 2 person, 2
Okay.
people.
Здесь бронь есть у меня? Sit down. Нет, no, this is reservation. Любое место делаем? Да, все, easy. 11. Have a nice time, bro.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Here, 2 person here.
Спасибо.
We didn't really have a choice. All the fun, quirky tables were already reserved. Someone booked them already. But this spot's not bad. I think this is a great spot, since we can see everything from here.
Wow.
Wow, my outfit today is a bit chaotic. It's been raining, so I've just been layering things on as needed. There are no service rules here. Everything breaks convention. You might get treated like a prisoner,
Спасибо.
or like a psychiatric patient, or someone in a mental facility. The whole place is divided into 7 themed zones. Over there's the hospital area. That area with the metal bars is the jail. There's also...
Спасибо.
Let's order first and I'll show you more later.
Take me.
Yeah.
Give me.
Give you?
Give me.
Yeah, with you.
Yeah. So, hello guys. This is a restaurant кусочки. Hello. Hi.
Hi. Hello.
How are you? Do you like it?
Yes.
Yes?
Don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Continue.
This is my first time come here.
Yeah. Everson.
Everyone, what is that?
Yes. My name is Bijo. His name, what's his name?
KhoaiLangThang. My name.
KhoaiLangThang. My name is Bijo KhoaiLangThang.
Nice
Hello.
to meet you. Yeah.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah.
That's the owner. He got me all flustered, but he's fun. So yeah, if you're looking for a place that's a little wild, a little carefree, a little unhinged, this is it. Warning, this place is not for those who are under 18. It's fun, but some of the jokes are on the adult side. In 5 seconds, there'll be a censored scene. Kids, close your eyes.
Daddy, я вас не ревную.
Yeah.
Поехали, должна быть очень активная головка в Москве. Жень, головкой работай, пожалуйста. Руки вперед делаем. Алло, подружка, руки вперед, только пальцы. Пальцы активные, очень активные. Опа! Опа! Зайка, опа! Опа, я не слышу. Аня, активнее бедра работают. Опа, молодец. Опа! Опа! Аня, вам взад.
I don't understand anything at all.
Выходим все. Ноги на ширине плеч сделали, дышим маткой. Вот эта зона активно работает, да. Девочки, здесь вдох сделала, как Дайсон всосала, здесь задержала и выбросила. Оказывайте. Сосите. Всасывайте. Ладно, похлопали друг другу. У вас 5 минут перекур, потом доедать.
Suddenly, I was dragged out into the street. Thing is, here in Russia, no one knows who we are. We feel less embarrassed when dancing around and goofing off. You saw the jail area earlier, right? If you want to sit there, you have to book days in advance. I didn't plan ahead, so I missed it. So we have to sit here. Now let's finally order food. We haven't had the chance to do that yet. The grilled meat here is hung on these racks. These looks like the prisoner gallows, where they hang prisoner. They turned it into a meat-hanging rack. This is beef tartare served on a little shovel. Salads with giant syringes. This one looks interesting. And even dishes that come in metal buckets.
Can I order? Yep.
Белый цыпленок табака пока что.
Tabaka chicken. Yeah.
Do you want a soup, Sue?
Dạ, súp đỏ
Yeah.
gì đúng không?
Борщ.
Burst.
Борщ.
Burst.
Молодец.
And salad with this.
Yes. И цыпленок.
Yeah. Спасибо. Wow.
Up.
Yes. Yep.
Ам-ам.
Yeah.
Сильнее.
Yeah.
It's just cheese with some arugula underneath and sauce served in a syringe. There's raw beef wrapped around something inside. I'm not sure what it is. The filling seems like a sour pickled peach. A bit sour. The outer layer is smoked meat, not completely raw.
Спасибо.
This is a special soup of Russians. As you can see, it has a dark red color like blood. It uses a root vegetable very familiar to Russians, beetroot.
Проверь, пожалуйста, размер ежевика и жасмин.
I will add a bit of creamy yogurt sauce and stir it up. The beetroot flavor is super fresh. The soup has a light sour note and a rich flavor from the bone broth. The herb on top is parsley. I think a strong aroma is pleasant if you're used to it, but might be a bit sharp if you're not. This is also one of the basic herbs commonly used by Russians. From what I've seen, the 3 herbs Russians use the most are green onion, dill, and parsley. They show up in almost every soup here, either on their own or mixed. This soup is warm and tangy, making it perfect for tonight's cold weather.
Спасибо.
Пожалуйста. Петух.
Underneath, I can see some flatbread, tomatoes, and a tomato-based sauce. Let's free the prisoner. How this roast chicken smells amazing. I'm trying to act cool. This is fried chicken.
Wow.
This tomato sauce is sweet and sour. This chicken is just lightly salted and simply fried. Just a small chicken that's lightly salted and fried simply. But dipping it in this tomato sauce gives it a really fresh taste, because it's fresh tomato, not ketchup. It lifts the flavor and keeps us from feeling too greasy. Still, I miss the Vietnamese free-range chicken so much.
Спасибо.
Look at all that smoke. There are 2 charcoals underneath the dish to give it a misty vibe.
Cái gì vậy bà nội?
It's like they're celebrating a birthday. They've even brought out a cake with a birthday candle. Everyone's clapping and cheering, super cute. The meat remains tender and slightly pink inside. BBQ sauce on the outside, a little bay leaf aroma. Slowly roast it in order to make it smoky and tender. This place gives me all kinds of emotions. It's really fun. The food is actually better than I thought it'd be. The prices are reasonable and the vibe is adorable.
Спасибо!
Спасибо.
Thank you. How is Vietnamский? Thank you.
Cảm ơn. Cảm ơn.
Gammon!
Cảm ơn.
Gammon!
Спасибо.
Спасибо.
Thank you
Thank
too
you very
much.
much, guys. Thank
Yeah.
you. Have a nice night. Have a nice time.
Bye.
He's so cute. Time to head home and sleep, everyone. It's 11 p.m. Over an hour has flown by. Thank you everyone for watching until the end. See you on the next food and travel adventure around the world with KhoaiLangThang. I heard the next stop might be Europe. Renting a car and driving around, just thinking about it makes me excited already. See you soon.